Morning, everybody. Jeff from Rose Bucket Valley Garage. Welcome to a rainy Friday morning here in Los Angeles. So we were doing some stuff on the Mustang. We have three electrical problems that we are looking at. One of them is the third brake light right here is inoperable. Okay, also the blower motor for the heater is inoperational, and also there's one other electrical problem. The windshield wipers don't work. So we were kind of looking around, didn't really see anything disconnected. There weren't any fuses blown. However, we did finally take and get our book of wiring diagrams. Okay. One thing that kind of tipped us off was the third brake light right here. It goes straight into the body control module. Okay, the body control module controls a bunch of different things in the Mustangs. Okay, and it lives in this little cubby hole right here in the right kick panel. Okay, and we've gone ahead and removed that. In doing some research on the internet, which of course the internet knows everything, we found that there is a chronic problem, that there is a drain that is up here in this cowl panel, okay, that has the windshield wipers in it, that when it plugs up, it starts letting water come down here and flood the connectors and the body control module, and it starts making malfunctions. So we're back in the rear shop, and we took the body control module out, and we actually took it apart, and because the case on it just snaps apart. Okay, if you can see right here, when we take and pulled the board out of the thing, all this area where the connector is like super green. Okay, so that's copper oxide. Okay, which means that the copper terminals have been subjected to moisture. So in addition to this connector here, there were a couple of pins on this big connector here that were corroded as well. Okay, this is what the circuit board looks like that is inside there. There's a coating on here to take and keep it, keep the components safe on there from moisture. Okay, and this area right here would be where all the fuses and everything would go, and there's a relay here and a bunch of fuses here for different things. Okay, one thing we did notice is that this connector right here is really corroded. Okay, and also you see right here that there's copper oxide on the top of the circuit board, and right here there is copper oxide through the coating that's on here. Okay, just a side note, yes, I know these boards are electrostatic sensitive, and this one right here is trash. Okay, because it's inoperable. That's the reason I don't have a wrist strap on. Okay, when I finish with this job, this thing's going in the trash, or we'll take it to a recycling center or something. Okay, but you'll notice right under here that there is corrosion also, and there's a broken trace right there. Okay, so that is more than enough reason to take and have a problem with this board. Okay, so there's a couple of different problems going on. There is no schematic of this board. Okay, we know it controls everything in the car electrically. We know what's not working, and we know the areas that are corroded. Okay, so it's a pretty good bet that this board is bad. So brand new in 2008, you could take and obtain this module here for about $350. Okay, this part is now obsolete. Okay, the only market is the used market. There is no aftermarket stuff. You'd have to get one out of another vehicle. that is actually in better shape than yours. There is no repairing this, okay, because this is all surface mount technology. Plus, it's coated. Okay, so it's just a nightmare. When I was working in aerospace industry, yes, we did service these kind of boards and change components on the things here. And we had a bunch of lady assemblers where we had one area where they put these boards together, and they are very, very talented, highly skilled, and they just made, any repairs on these things just look really easy. But yeah, it takes talent to take and work on these things right here, especially connectors like this that take and go through the board. Trying to get this connector off is not an easy task. Okay, so since this module is made out of unobtainium, we decided to take and get one off of eBay. It wasn't bad. It's about $200, including postage and tax. So one thing we did also notice that in this area right here, there should be a relay here. Okay, there's no relay right here, and the fuses that were in here, we went and made a diagram of them before we take and pulled it apart, where the fuses were located and what current rating they were. It turns out that in checking with the schematic, that in addition to the board being damaged, there were also two fuses missing out of here, and they were directly tied into what we were troubleshooting. Okay, one was for the blower motor, and the other one was for the windshield wiper. So anyway, we took the new one that we got apart. We want to take and clean all the pins, and we want to check it for damage. We checked it for damage last night. It's in very good shape. We want to check all these, where the fuses go and everything, and then where this big connector goes, that there are blades sitting up here that, in this area right here, that we want to make sure are clean, and also all these pins here. So it's like 6 connectors on here. So we want to make sure all these pins are clean. Now we have to go back, and there are 2 connectors that have copper oxide on them. They're a little bit green. So we got a material that's called deoxit, okay, which will actually chemically remove the oxidation from inside the connector, and then we'll go ahead and flush it with isopropyl alcohol, and then we'll blow it out, and everything should be fine. But this right here, I think, was a major culprit of why things weren't working on the car: the windshield wipers and the blower motor and the third brake light. Okay, since this module does take and handle so much in the car, other symptoms I've seen on the internet are when you open the door on the Mustangs, the glass goes down just a little bit, and then when you close it, it goes back up. If that doesn't work, it's probably this module. Also, the electric windows going up and down. Even had one incident where the horn did not work. So all that takes and goes through this body control module. Okay, on the rear of the body control module, you'll see that there's like a track right here, and then there's a hole, and there is an antenna that is on here for the key fob. So you have to take and recode the key fob to the vehicle. We don't have key fobs for this one. We just have a regular key, but the key's got a chip in it, so we should be okay. If we need to recode that to the car, we know a guy, and it's good to know a guy when you're working on cars a lot. Okay, I hope I've given you some good information on these little body control modules and what havoc they can take in causing the cars. And I hope you have a good day. I hope you stay warm and dry. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.